So wind has been the fastest growing renewable energy source in the US for a long time. And until the last few years, it was the primary game in town. Solar was more of a blip, though it's really changed in the last few years. And wind has really been installed at a very rapid pace in the Midwest and in Texas, which in many ways is seeing a boom in wind in recent years. And in fact, if you look at the projects that are in the pipeline right now, we're going to see a real, massive amount of new wind projects coming online in the next 3 years in Texas, of all places. And clearly, Texas state government isn't super concerned about climate change and not super, concerned about closing coal plants. It's economic forces, it's market forces there that are really driving wind to replace fossil fuels. There's also a lot of exciting stuff on the horizon for wind. So the United Kingdom, for example, has seen record drops in offshore wind prices, particularly for these massive floating wind turbines that have been developed in recent years. And these things, some of them are taller than the Statue of Liberty. They can produce a massive amount of power each. And the UK is looking to get 20 to 30% of its power going forward from offshore wind. Offshore wind is still a thing that hasn't really been built at any large scale in the US, but there's a lot of companies that are really aggressively looking into developing large scale offshore wind projects using a lot of these technologies that have been pioneered in Europe over the next decade in the US.